Hello, my name's Tony Michaelides. I'm here with Peter Cook, and we're doing our home truths. And we've talked off this off air, Peter, but I'd like to hear a little more about Brian Eno.
Brian Eno, what a guy. Brian Eno has lessons for everyone from his strategy cards. He produced a set of cards called Oblique Strategies in the 1970s. And actually, they're parallels with lots of stuff I've learned in business and management. And there's about sort of 60 cards, and you can draw them at random. But they say things like turn it upside down, which I call reversal. If you're trying to think of a new idea and you can't sort of get stuck, reverse it. It's a really good strategy for coming up with weird ideas, some of which work. The other thing that Brian Eno talks about is mistakes. He says, honour thy error as a hidden intention, which is very poetic. But what it means is if you fuck something up, learn from it and move on. And I think that's just as useful for any musician. And in jazz, we know that if you make a mistake, do it 3 times so people think you meant it. And in business, if you fuck something up, learn from it like Richard Branson and move on quickly. Tons of lessons from Brian Eno. That's it.
I was just going to say Richard Branson comes in of the classic mistakes made, and we can talk about that another time.
We can talk about that another time, but thank you very much, Tony.
And meanwhile, you can go and find us, and we're available to be booked and come and talk to your people about our experiences and some of the lessons that I learned from rock and roll and what Peter did.
And if you like, we'll produce 64 minutes of unstructured music that has no purpose at all, like Brian Eno, but we charge extra for that.
How ambient. How ambient.